Okay, it's time for today's CSS battle. Let's see what we've got. Okay. Interesting. Okay, let's use one element to start off with. Let's go background to this blue. Make this background that. No, not that. This. That's better. Okay. Let's give it a margin of 100 and have a look where we are. Let's get rid of the width. Let's move this down a bit further. One 40 is too far. How about 135? I think, yeah, that might be all right. Let's bring that in. 40, 50, 48 maybe. 48 looks good. And then let's do border radius. What? 50 pixels. 50 pixels. 0, 0. Okay, make those bigger. 60, 70, 80. 80 pixels looks good. Okay, so far we have this shape. Now then, let's make that background a linear gradient, 90 degrees. Let's go this color for 70 pixels and transparent 140, and then that color again. Okay, so 140 is not far off. Well, it is, it's miles off. Okay, 70, 80, 80 is perfect. 140, 160, 170, 180. How about 172, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That gets us that. Let's make that 90, 110. 110 looks good. So now we've got those two bits. Now what are we going to do? Let's add another element. Just change that. Let's change that to R. And do plus P. R is nothing. Background can be just that color. gives this a -135, 235, and make it 40 higher than that, 50 higher than that. $282. Okay. And then let's bring, do we want to bring that in? Or should we just, I think we want to bring that in so that we've just got middle. So var L and do 150. Wrong place. That's the top. Let's try that. And then we're much squishier. Let's make that 132. No, 128. And then let's make this a conic gradient from 90 degrees transparent 25%, then that for the rest, and do it at 20 pixels, 20 pixels. Let's make that 30 pixels, 30 pixels. Beautiful. And then 0, 0. 2, 2, 2. .90 pixels wide, maybe a little bit bigger. 95, about 97, 98, and that then gets us that shape. Then all we need is the 2 lines along the bottom. So I think one more element. That's the top, so let's do var T. And do plus P. T. 200. About 300. And 10. 310 looks like it would get there, and then we want, oh, nope, not there. Height just wants to be 20. And if we just make the background this pink for now, what we got? Okay, so 20 is not high enough. How about 30? Yep, 30 looks good. And then we need to make it wider, so we want L to be what, -8. And this background actually wants to be a linear gradient, 90 degrees. pink for 165, transparent to 235, and then the pink again. Okay, 236, 235, 234, 164, 165, 166. There we go. That looks like it should be fairly close. Let's hit submit. Yeah, I think we are 1 pixel down on this. Oh no. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Right, 136. Make that 283, 284. That's good. And then 312. Okay, try that. And that there is a 100% match. It's not particularly good, but it does work. In fact, when I say it's not very good, that's nearly 400 whole characters. That's very, very bad. Take out that and that. Okay. There's got to be a better way of doing that. Put a clip bar with a shape be shorter, maybe. Let's start from the nested template. We'll do this background as that color, and we'll do this background as this color. And we'll start setting some margins. So margin what? 120 and 0. About 100. About 90. 88. 88 looks good. And then it needs to be taller than that. So our bottom margin wants to be what? 68. 58. 48. How about just 50? 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that should just give us a stripe across the middle. And then I think what we do is do a clip path shape from. Now the top corner will be 0, 0. Line 2. 0, 1. Oh, hang on, what do I actually want? I don't want 0, 0, I want 0, 100%. Which is, how high is this whole box? 85 to 245, maybe? And that's 245. And that's 88. That's probably actually 243. Okay. So 80. Let's go 100%, and then we'll do a line to 100%, 100%. We're going round that way, except we don't want to go that far across. About 40%, 100%. then 40%, 20%. These all need to be line 2 if we're going to do it this way. Then align to 60%, 20%, line to 60%, 100%, line to 100%, 100%, line to I'll take 30 pixels off of the bottom, so that's 245, 85, 245, 145, 16. So let's make it 130 pixels. So 100%, 130 pixels. We can mess with these numbers in a bit. Then let's just go across there. 342, give or take. 342 pixels. 130 pixels. And then we want arc to 133, 185, 40, 48 roughly. 48 and 260-ish. 260 pixels, 48 pixels of 80 pixels. And then just because I want to finish the shape, which is going to align to 0, 0 at this point, we'll see where we are. Okay, so we're actually not in a bad state. We're not actually that far off with some of our beds. So let's go up to the top first off. So line to, what are we at? 260 pixels, 0. Yeah, we'll fix these numbers in a bit. And then a line to 180 pixels, 0. Line to 180 pixels, 48 pixels. Oh, 180 is far too far across looking at that. Let's try 140. 140 looks closer. It's not right, but it's closer. And then we want an arc to 55. What did I call the other number? 130. Of 80 pixels. And then that should actually be 0 and 130 pixels. Okay, so we have basic shape. It's not perfect, but it's not far out. It is a lot of characters though, and what we're going to do first off is change that to 132. No, 128. 128 looks nice. Yeah. Then maybe this 55 wants to be 56. That arc looks actually pretty much in the right place when we did that. 142, 143, 140, 135, 136, 136 looks good. Alright, we tried that. Okay, that does indeed look good. 2, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 6, 4. Then at 48 we've kept the same. 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 3, 3, 4, 4. 3, 4, 4 looks good. And that 130 might want to be 132. No, that's 128. Which means this one should be 128. That looks good. No. 61, 60, 55, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I'm actually going to have to use some numbers. So let's make that 150 pixels is not going to be anywhere near far enough. 250 is going to be closer. 230, 2, 3, 4. Right, 234. 234 pixels. 20% isn't quite right, and I don't think we're going to get that as a percentage anyway. So we'll make that 30 pixels. We'll make that 30 pixels. 120 pixels. Is 164, 165, 166. 166 pixels. Okay, that is an entire clip path that does it all. And that is 100% too. Let's minify and unit replace. It's shorter than the first solution. But it's definitely not great. Okay. How else could we do this? I think that's where we're going to leave it. It's not pretty, but the clip path works. And I can't see at the moment a better way of doing this. So that's where we're going to call it for today. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.